जिस वक्त हम मौजूद हैं BNP के दफ्तर में, बांग्लादेश की नेशनल पार्टी के दफ्तर में, और मेरे साथ मौजूद हैं हुमायूं कबीर जो कि बांग्लादेश नेशनल पार्टी के फॉरेन अफेयर्स के एडवाइज़र हैं चेयरमैन तारिक रहमान के। तो आइए इनसे बातचीत करते हैं और जानते हैं कि बांग्लादेश के मुस्तकबिल के हवाले से क्या प्लान है, अपने गैर जो मुल्की दोस्त हैं उनके हवाले से क्या इनके प्लान हैं। बहुत शुक्रिया हुमायूं साहब। Mr. Humayun, first of all, how you see the future of Bangladesh under Tariq Rahman and under your party?
Thank you for your kind of question. Well, first and foremost, I think the future is bright. Future, inshallah, will be prosperous, and it will, bring more harmony, and the country will see leadership. Given the resounding mandate he has from the people of Bangladesh on his leadership, as well as on the party's policies and delivery programs, I think we will see a country that is confident under his leadership, a country that negotiates from a position of strength to strengthen its bilateral relations with other countries in the region and around the world. We will see a country under the leadership of Tariq Rahman opening up opportunities for all, not just a few. And politics and political governance should not solely be the limited space of the political class, but it must take into confidence the people of the country as a whole, and it must be representative of that in governing the country, and it must provide that inclusive and plural space for people to exercise their freedoms.
Very impressive. Would you mind sharing the Sheikh Hasina aspect? Sheikh Hasina was here. She was an autocratic leader, as you have rightly mentioned, and then she fled to India. So what is her future?
Her future is, determined and is being determined somewhat by the independent judiciary of Bangladesh through an independent, transparent trial. And her future is the future what any terrorist, any rogue personality faces in the world, which is one of criminal charges and punishment for those charges. She has killed 1,500 people or more and fled the country in the uprising. She has ordered killings, extrajudicial killings of political leaders in the country. She has authorized killings of young people who had great futures lying ahead for themselves. So that will always be the forefront of dealing with Sheikh Hasina, bringing her to account on those issues. To date, she has no remorse for these killings. So she will be dealt like any other terrorist, and she has fled to Indian sovereign space. So she must not, government of India must not allow her to carry any destabilizing activities, terrorist activities from their sovereign space.
Would you demand India to hand over Sheikh Hasina to Bangladesh?
The judicial process of Bangladesh will demand that. And it will determine that.
She's already convicted, sentenced to
one
death.
of the cases, yes. Yeah. And she has several cases pending. So the judicial process will take care of her rogue dealings.
But what is your party policy? Would you demand handing over of Sheikh Hasina?
We will be in line with the judicial process. So whatever the judiciary demands of her.
That is not your demand, but you will depend upon the demand of the judiciary, not your demand.
Through the legal process. So there's the legal, we will demand her return.
You'll demand her return?
We'll demand her return through the legal process. Through the judicial process.
Yes. So Sheikh Hasina is there in India, you are here, and you have the portfolio of foreign relations advisory to your chairman. How you see your relations with your neighboring country over here, since this has been a big challenge during Hasina's period?
You see, well, we want to, in terms of our leaders, Tariq Rahman and the BNP government, will place emphasis on regional cooperation and regional leadership, because we believe if we can harness leadership cooperation in the region, we can use that to great extent for leverage in actually providing, the region can provide global leadership in many aspects, in many areas. And we believe in regional leadership through the SARC framework so that we have a peaceful, stable, secure region where we can do business with countries, trade and investment countries, exchange, cultural exchanges, civil society exchanges, and widen the net of our relationships.
You have mentioned about SARC. We've seen that due to Pakistan-India draw standoff, there was a standoff last year. The SARC has become, inactive in many ways. What role Bangladesh can play in reactivating SARC? And of course, India-Pakistan is also, we are also having unfortunate differences.
I think Bangladesh can play a positive role in diffusing tension between India and Pakistan. Historic, in terms of relationships and the environment, the culture, to somewhat, the mindset. It's quite similar. We can have, we have similar cultures, and Bangladesh can be a conduit, positive conduit in diffusing tension between the two countries, because we believe in a peaceful region. India-Pakistan tensions also can impact us in the sense that if there's tension very close to home, one doesn't feel good. If there's too much shouting outside your house, you can hear the noise from inside. So you try and somewhat go and see and try and diffuse that where you can. So I think Bangladesh can play a very good neutral role in diffusing that tension between the leaders. And in terms of, we must bring our foreign policy decisions, foreign relations, into the hands of politicians in the countries. We must not let it simply be the domain of intelligence agencies. Because one of the key concerns is that foreign policy decisions are not being taken by political governments. They're being taken by agencies in India and Pakistan, and somewhat it was getting to a grave extent in Bangladesh as well. So hopefully with this resounding mandate, we will come out of these things. Foreign policy, foreign relations need to be handed back, the key decisions to the politicians, to the political governments of the day. Yes, intel agency expertise, professional expertise, is required. We will utilize that, but they shouldn't be the prism through which we try and build relations between us. It should be people to people. It should be political governments to political leaders, around the region, between those of us who are in the open, who are in politics, who are in various positions across society, so that we widen the net of our relations. Because if it's just simply based on security cooperation is based on trust deficit, suspicion, trying to balance suspicion, trying to address trust deficit. So that will not widen the net on bringing people to people together. So what we saw, with Sheikh Hasina was that she had a good relationship with the government of India and somewhat China in a very rogue way, I would say, but tilted more towards India. And in terms of, she did not allow others any space in Bangladesh to build relations across the board. So I think this, thematic way of addressing relations in the region will see an end to that.
We have seen that unfortunately there were some barriers between Bangladesh and Pakistan, particularly during last 15 years. And now there's a ray of hope and there's an opening. How you see the engagement with Pakistan? And we have also seen that President Zardari of Pakistan remained the first leader across the globe who congratulated first to Mr. Tariq Rahman for his victory in Bangla language.
Yes, Mr. Zardari, I met him twice in London. And in fact, the first time I met him, he greeted me in Bangla. So I asked him, how come he's very fond of a friend of mine, Mahdum Irtiza, from Punjab province, Rahimia Khan. I think he's from a very renowned political family of Rahimia Khan. So Irtiza, at the time, I think he was a provisional assembly member of the PPP, or probably just finished. Anyway, I met him through him, and he welcomed me in Bangla words. I said, "Where did you, Mr. President, where did you learn in Bangla from?" He said, "I had a friend called Panna or something like that, and I used to do business with him, my family. So I remember some of the words and all them." So he was, he was quite warm in personality.
He met you as president?
No, he was just before he became president. Yeah,
okay. So he has the Bangla connection, and so
it seemed from family sides.
Yeah.
His family, he said, used to do business with some families in Bangladesh at the time.
Besides Mr. President Asif Zardari, Pakistani Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has also called Mr. Tariq Rahman. What conversation took place between the two?
His Excellency Shahbaz Sharif, Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, called the chairman of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party, Prime Minister-elect Tariq Rahman, yesterday evening around 9 p.m. The congratulatory call was very cordial. He congratulated Mr. Tariq Rahman on a very resounding victory for the BNP under his leadership. He looks forward to working with him in the region and on many issues of interest. Also, he invited him personally and his wife and daughter at a time of his choice to Pakistan. He extended an invitation on that.
So should we expect the first visit of Tariq Rahman and his cabinet members and his family to Pakistan?
I think the first visit, I think he needs to settle down in the Prime Minister's office and then prioritize on the domestic agenda that lies in securing, economic security and progress, and ensuring that the people of Bangladesh now have the opportunity to improve their lives and unleash their potential. Sort of would be the first priority. And once that's settled, regional engagement, as I stressed, will be an important part. And as part of our regional engagement, maybe at some point, of course, that can be thought about, and that invitation can be taken up at a mutually convenient time.
But it's sure that you will be visiting Pakistan.
At some point, part of a regional, if we talk about regional cooperation, one of the avenues of regional cooperation is to have bilateral engagements. So we want visits from regional leaders into Dhaka, and we want leaders from Dhaka to go out to other sort of capitals around the region.
Our Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and our other political parties like Imran Khan's PTI, they all are on one page with regards to Bangladesh. When it comes to Bangladesh, they all are on one page to having good connections, to revive the brotherhood.
In terms of, as we said, countries in the region, of course, we've had historical issues, during the Liberation War. There's no denial of that fact. But, we also, we don't forget what happened, but we move on to see how these things don't occur, or such tensions don't occur in the future again.
Bitter memories can be overcome by good memories, making good memories.
Yes, so now is the time to look forward.
Yeah.
Between Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, together we have one of the largest youth populations, if not the largest in the world. So we must look forward. And, if you don't forget the past, but if the past makes you, bitter always in taking forward-looking decisions, then it's bad. What you should do is remember the past, hold it tight in your heart, and then take bold decisions to show that you have confidence in remembering your past, as well as taking forthcoming decisions in a steadfast way that you show leadership and confidence of the people of your country. So I believe, a BNP government, will be doing that, and it will be building in terms of, with Pakistan, we have to normalize, relations, and we need exchange of information. Some people may say, oh, there are, sometimes rumors out there that there are things deriving from a space in Pakistan into Bangladesh that is radicalizing things. Okay, inverted comma. From a logical sense of view, if I was to accept that, then that gives me the impetus to ensure that I have a relationship with Pakistan, because I need to share that information.
Yes.
I need counter-terrorism intelligence sharing. So, if I close the door to Pakistan, then I don't have that access. Or if Pakistan closes that door to me, then I don't have that access. So you must have a working relationship and normalize our relationships. So there are areas that we could, build, cooperation on, and the BNP government has a resounding mandate to deal in a balanced, way with countries in our region.
So you also have planned to have close relations with not only people to people, they are your priority, and also military to military and intelligence to intelligence, right?
We will build cooperation in every sphere, where it suits our national interest,
yes,
and through mutual respect.
So when we talk about Pakistan, Bangladesh and India, you foresee a very good future, or you think that efforts are required?
What we don't want to do is we don't want the tension between India and Pakistan holding back our relations with the two countries. So, if anything, we will try and diffuse tensions where we can between these our neighboring countries, India and Pakistan, but we won't let their tensions become our issues in making relations with both these countries.
Visa barriers remain one of the key challenges with regards to people contact. We've recently seen that there is a Pakistan-Bangladesh Biman, Bangladesh's national air carrier Biman has started operations. So what measures are in your mind to have more good connectivity, people-to-people relationship to give boost to them?
I mean, look, as I said, historically, relationships have existed. People have traveled across the subcontinent widely. So these are normal things, routes of travel, and I don't foresee any worry on that. Long as the system is there to track and trace any kind of abnormality, any kind of abnormal behavior, as long as the system is, strong enough and competently put together that it tracks and traces elements that we may see that might become problematic, that is fine. But that itself shouldn't be limiting routine travel.
That's very objective thinking you are having. So should we or can we dream of a visa-free regime between Pakistan and Bangladesh?
I think we should have a vision for perhaps a SARC visa-free region, just like the EU, etc.
Yeah.
So it just shouldn't. There are challenges there. Obviously, the strains between India and Pakistan somewhat may limit that, but we are always in favor of having a visa-free arrangement with within the SARC countries, because we believe in economic integration.
Yeah.
And where there is economic integration in the region and security cooperation in the region for peaceful, and progressive economic stability and progress in the region, these things always, play out positively.
If we started it with Bangladesh, that would be the first step, and later on it would go to SARC, and I don't know what happens where it takes us. Tell us something, when Mr. Tariq Rahman is going to announce the cabinet?
We're looking at, in terms of first, the parliament will take oath, and then, he'll be elected.
The parliament is going to take oath on the 16th or 17th?
By the 17th.
By the 17th.
By the 17th, we are hoping that the new government can be in place.
So should we expect you in the cabinet as foreign minister, or should we expect you in the cabinet as interior minister?
You should ask that question to Mr. Tariq Rahman.
Yes.
If I am doing a job that I've been tasked with for now,
Yeah.
and if I'm given any other job by my leader, in the formation of the new government, I don't know whether I will be given a job, what job I will be given, but whatever I'm tasked with, I will try and do to the best of my ability. But I'm happy that the finest hour for me is that I've contributed, in my own way, in ousting Sheikh Hasina from this country. She was an autocrat, a brutal autocrat that killed so many people, that looted the state exchequer. So the fact that I've contributed in serving my leader and my party and the people of my country in doing that, this is my proudest achievement to date. Anything else would be secondary. But this is something that will be engraved and something that I hope nobody else can participate in, because we don't want to see such darkness in Bangladesh.
Humayun Sahib, thank you, and wish you good luck, and wish you good luck to the people of your country.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.